This video was inspired by a friend who recently asked why she couldn't get her pom-poms to look like mine. So basically hers weren't as fat or as full, however you want to put it. And the simple answer is not enough wool. Pom-poms use a surprising amount of wool. If you're using a pom-pom maker, you want to really fill it so that when you're closing it, if it has a closure like this one, you're having to apply a little bit of pressure to get it closed. Obviously not too much, you don't want it to break, but you want to make sure that there's no gap there. So once you're satisfied that you really have filled in that gap there, and you've got plenty of wool around there, you can trim and then you can start your cutting. Obviously this can be a little bit tricky with your scissors because there's quite a lot of wool, so it does make it difficult to cut through sometimes, but this is what does create the chunkiest pom-poms. So as you'll see, once you've done one half, it's really bunched out and there's plenty of wool in there, and it's kind of overlaps to this bit here that I haven't cut yet, and this is how you know that you've got a nice chunky pom-pom, just because you've used plenty of wool on these sides. So once you've done the hardest part and cut round there to release your pom-pom, you've got to take a little bit of your wool to double this up just to make it a little bit stronger, and then just wrap this round here, and then I want to pull these tail ends through the loop and then pull this tight against the centre. And then you can basically wrap this round as many times as you want, just to hold your wool in place so that when you take it off the pom-pom maker it doesn't all fall out. So I sometimes will tie a couple of knots and then wrap it round the other way again a couple of times. And then once you've done that, you can take it out of the pom-pom maker. And you will have something that looks like this. So you can see it's nice and fluffy, it just needs trimming up a bit. So you can use your scissors just to trim off the straggly ends, and then you've got a nice fluffy pom-pom. Can roll it around a bit just to get rid of the fluff, and it should end up with something that looks like this. If you don't have a custom made pom-pom maker, you can make your own. To do this you need some card and either a compass to create a circle or something round to draw around. The only downside is that card can bend out of shape quite easily when you're winding the wool on. But if you only want to make one or two pom-poms, you might not want to pay out for a custom made maker. The best way to make sure your pom-pom is the thickness that you want is to measure the diameter of the inside circle, and this wants to be 1.5 times the outside part that you're going to be winding your wool round. So for example, I have a pom-pom maker where the centre is 3 centimetres and the part that you wind around is 2 centimetres.